It's one of the most painful and confusing experiences, being discarded by a narcissist despite knowing you were their best source of emotional supply. You gave them your heart, energy, attention, and support. You uplifted them, validated their ego, and were there even in their darkest moments. Yet somehow they let you go, and not quietly, often with cruelty, manipulation, and emotional detachment that leave you stunned. The truth is, narcissists don't operate on the same emotional logic as empathic people. Their relationships are not based on love, connection, or mutual growth. They're based on control, admiration, and supply. And sometimes, the drive to hurt you becomes more satisfying for them than keeping you around. You might have unknowingly inflicted a narcissistic injury, challenging their grandiosity, calling out their lies, or even showing signs of emotional independence. These small acts can threaten their fragile ego and trigger deep insecurity. They can't tolerate anyone who disrupts their illusion of superiority. When that illusion cracks, they often choose punishment over partnership. Even if you were the most loyal and devoted person in their life, the desire to cause pain and assert dominance can outweigh any appreciation they once had for you. Narcissists thrive on both positive and negative supply. While your love and support fed their ego, your hurt, confusion, and longing also became a source of twisted gratification. When you try to reconnect, reach out, or fix the relationship, they saw your vulnerability as proof of their power. They may have even taken pleasure in watching you struggle to make sense of their silence or hostility. In their mind, you were squirming for their affection, and that was intoxicating. They want to keep you in a cycle of yearning and self-doubt, subtly convincing you that you weren't good enough or that they didn't need you. But that's not the truth. What they truly needed was control, and once that began to slip, they panicked. In some cases, the discard doesn't even mean they're truly letting you go. Narcissists often shelf their best supply, putting you aside temporarily while they seek validation elsewhere, leaving the door open to return when it suits them. This is part of their manipulative playbook, designed to destabilize you and keep you emotionally tethered. Yet, something powerful happens when you begin to reclaim your voice. When you start asking questions, stop catering to their needs, and resist being gaslit, you disrupt their entire dynamic. They no longer see you as an easy target. You become unpredictable, and that terrifies them. If they can't control you, they can't use you. Some victims even begin documenting the abuse, recording conversations, saving texts, turning the gaslight into clarity. That alone is enough to provoke a narcissistic injury that leads to a forced discard. Not because you weren't valuable to them, but because you became dangerous to their illusion. The discard is often not about you at all. It's about their crumbling sense of control, their inability to face accountability, and their fear of exposure. And ironically, while they think they're punishing you, they're actually hurting themselves more deeply in the long run. Because once you've broken free, they will rarely, if ever, find someone who gave them the same care, patience, and unconditional support. Reclaim that power. Share what you've learned. And remember, the fact that you were discarded is not a reflection of your value, but of theirs. And you were always the best thing they never deserved.